Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers, a jam-packed show today. Andy's got the rundown.
Sam completes his interviews from Las Vegas today by talking to CEO Bill Boyd of Boyd Gaming. And then he talks to Frank Fahrenkopf, president of the American Gaming Association. And then we both talk to Myla Florence and Birgit Baker. Myla's leaving the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation, and Birgit will be taking her place. Sam?
Thanks, Andy. And coming up on the Power Pundit panel today, Pat Coward and Larry Matheis. It's all coming up next on the all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communications.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Catch a straight, dine at 8. Lucky you. Lucky you. Dance till 1. Have some fun. Lucky you. Lucky you. Taste the shrimp. Have a sip. Try the pool. Play it cool. At the Sienna Hotel Spa Casino. Lucky you.
In business, the key to success is not the quantity of your clients, it's the quality of your clients. Almost all companies will tell you they want more sales, but what they really need are quality customers who pay their bills on time. With Employer Link's client vendor screening program, we provide comprehensive reports regarding the financial performance of your corporate prospects, customers, and vendors. Build your business with great clients and vendors. Call Employer Links today at 883-3733.
If you own a business and want to maximize your company's potential, join the Retail Association of Nevada. Our membership benefits include the Nevada Retail Network Self-Insured Group, providing workers' compensation coverage that can lower your rates. That savings can go directly to your bottom line. We are an effective pro-business organization that lobbies on behalf of our business members. The Retail Association of Nevada, protecting Nevada businesses for 35 years. Call 882-1700 to see what we can do for your organization.
Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Andy Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm joined by the legendary Bill Boyd. It's a pleasure to have you on the program, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just got the award here at the American Gaming Summit. Your company owns many properties in downtown Las Vegas.
Yes.
And downtown Las Vegas over the years has had as many challenges as downtown Reno. But there seems to be a revival in downtown Las Vegas. What do you attribute that to, and what might Reno learn from that?
Well, I think the Fremont Street experience has been something that has been really helpful to downtown Las Vegas, where we have the outstanding light show that is performed nightly in downtown Las Vegas. It's helped attract a significant number of tourists. The other thing that we have tried to do in our company particularly, we've worked very, very diligently to keep all of our properties fresh and with new product, and I think we've been very successful in doing that, and we have a lot of parking too. I think that's been a big help in downtown Las Vegas and the parking that we have for our customers.
One of the things about the Fremont experience is that it's a private street, and therefore that's allowed you to police that a little bit better. We have a lot of problems in downtown Reno with panhandlers and the like. Is that something you would suggest that Reno might look at adopting?
Well, I think so. There are legal problems, of course, that you run into when you're talking about public right-of-ways and doing the things that the Fremont Street experience is doing. But it's certainly, I think, every downtown core has that kind of a problem. and anything that you can do to make that better is certainly for the benefit of all of the customers.
Now, you're still looking at bringing in a local business, even though around the valley you have competition like Stations Casino and Coast that have many casinos in the outlying area, but you still feel that you can bring locals back to downtown.
Yes, we are quite successful in bringing locals back downtown. We also have a local casino called Samstown that is in one of the outlying areas, but we've also been successful in bringing people back downtown. I shouldn't say back, they've been coming downtown to our properties for some period of time.
Do you plan to blow up the Stardust and build a new property because you're right in the vicinity of Wynn Resorts? Are you going to buy what was the Horseshoe Club that's now owned by Harris? And do you ever have plans to develop the property you own at the Mount Rose Highway in northern Nevada?
Well, as far as the Stardust is concerned, we're waiting until Wynn Resorts opens, and that's not going to be for a year and a half from now, something like that. Once that happens, then we will turn to the Stardust and start to look at any future development. The Stardust has been, of course, we just celebrated our 40th anniversary, and it's been a very important product to our company.
Home of Wayne Newton.
And we have Wayne Newton, Mr. Las Vegas there, so until the future, we're going to operate it as we are very successfully.
Okay, and are you going to buy the Horseshoe Club?
No, we don't have any present plans to buy the Horseshoe Club. We have 3 downtown properties now, and at least for now, that's not anything that we have on our plate.
Okay, and are you going to do anything more than have that billboard on that South Virginia property near Mount Rose?
Well, we don't have any present plans to develop that property. It's certainly possible that we could do that at some time in the future, but at one time we were ready to move on that, and we got delayed and were unable to proceed then when the time came. So it's possible that we could do that in the future.
If you ever decide to do that, we'd welcome you home.
Thank you.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch. Atlantis!
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at DeAndrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South DeAndrea Parkway in Sparks.
Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Andy Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm here with Frank Fahrenkopf, a Reno native and CEO of the American Gaming Association. You were quite vitriolic in your criticism of Reno recently. What's the problem and how do we fix it?
Well, it's not recently. I've been concerned about what was happening in Reno for a number of years. I've been back over the last 10 years talking about the threats that Reno faced, that with Indian gaming coming to Northern California, that there was a real threat, whether or not people, as I said, were going to crawl under their car, put chains on to drive over the hill to Reno, Lake Tahoe, or Carson if they could gamble in a first-class facility in Northern California. And I think that's coming to some fruition. And what I was probably critical of was that I thought they had let the town get run down. I remember giving a speech where I had driven that day from the pepper mill out on South Virginia, and I had to drive all the way up Virginia Street. I hadn't done it for years, and I was embarrassed by what I saw driving all the way up to the university, that you've got to, if you're going to attract people, you've got to revitalize, you've got to present a clean, fresh face.
Are we doing enough right now?
I think it's remarkable what's happened, and I give an awful lot of the credit to the new mayor, although I think Jeff Griffin, the former mayor, tried to do it. I think Bob Cashel and new members of the council have reinvigorated things. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about the kayaking provision in the river and so forth. And people are taking another look that gaming can't be the one and only, and we can't just rely on warehousing to try to take the place of that. We've got to be creative, and I see that creativity now, so I'm very, very hopeful.
Internet gaming, is it going to come to fruition? I mean, it's going on. Why are we not taking our share?
It's not going to be legal in this country.
Ever?
I don't see it in the immediate future. I mean, right now, it's pretty clear under the law, the federal law, that sports wagering on the internet is illegal. I have no doubt about that. The recent federal court cases, and until the Supreme Court decides differently, say that it's just sports wagering. Playing casino-type games on the internet is probably not illegal under the existing law in this country. But no one has the courage to open a website in the United States. They're all offshore. And I don't see anybody coming forward and trying to open it up until the Supreme Court makes a decision saying it's otherwise, or Nevada Gaming Control Board and Commission, New Jersey Gaming Control Commission says,
Not
look,
gonna happen,
we
Frank.
have the ability to control and monitor it. I don't think you're going to see that.
I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Frank Fahrenkopf, thanks for being here.
Allegra is Northern Nevada's #1 offset printing and digital copying facility.
From disc to destination, Allegra utilizes tomorrow's technology today. We specialize in booklets, catalogs, manuals, newsletters, stationery, and envelopes.
Xerox, Docutech, 4-color printing with Heidelberg Speedmaster, desktop publishing and design, graphic services, pickup and delivery.
If you need printing, Allegra can do it. From disc to destination.
To experience the royal cuisine of India, you need some serious magic or simply transport yourself to India Garden, right here in Reno, where you'll discover Indian specialties refined over centuries. Sikh kebab, tandoori dishes cooked in our own tandoor oven, biryani specialties, curries, fresh-baked Indian bread, over a dozen vegetarian dishes, even dishes rare to India like dosa, South Indian-style crepes. India Garden off South Virginia near Sports West. We are India.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Andy Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we welcome two ladies here to the program. Myla Florence, who's the current director of the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation, and Birgit Baker, who is an administrator with the Employment Security Department, who is going to replace her soon. Welcome to the program, ladies.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's good to see you again. Nice
to see
have
you.
you back up here. Yeah. The department that you oversee is one of vital importance. Not only does it affect unemployment taxes that people have to pay, but it also affects people who are looking for work. Are we coming out of a recession now as far as job seekers are concerned?
Actually, Nevada's the envy of the nation. We still have positive job growth, about 4% last year, and that's in keeping with our population growth as well. So we're in a very favorable position as compared to my counterparts around the country.
Statistically,
we still have about 10,000 jobs lost in southern Nevada after 9/11, but I think we're rebounding quite nicely.
And with the growth, I mean, we continue to see, sometimes I see 7,000 people per month moving to southern Nevada. How well are we placed government-wise to deal with that kind of influx of people?
Well, it's a challenge, needless to say, because our budgets have been pretty much flat funded. And most of our money in our department comes from the federal government. But we're working smarter. We do more things with technology, telephone claims and internet claims for unemployment benefits. It's not your grandmother's old unemployment office anymore. You can't go in and file for unemployment. You have to use telephone or the internet. And our offices are employment offices, not unemployment offices.
Oh, That's great. So you found a computer that would work, unlike the one at welfare that you had to deal with.
I thought we might avoid that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Andy. You know she's going to bring stuff out. Birgit, what do you look at as the biggest challenge coming into this new job?
Well, as Myla's indicated, certainly the population growth and being able to serve those individuals in our programs. As the governor launched the Nevada Job Connect system in 2002, and that's been very successful. We have 10 Job Connect offices throughout the state with full services for individuals looking for work. And I think, as Myla indicated, we're always looking for ways to work smarter. Using internet claims is one example, but we are developing now for businesses an internet business registration system, as well as they will be able to pay their unemployment taxes online and report their wages. So that system should be up and running by the end of this year.
Oh, that is absolutely great.
Yes,
So, but for those who are maybe presently employed but are interested in improving the job they have right now, they can still use your facilities and your offices and so forth, can't they?
Absolutely. We do have many services, and we have programs that have funds available for those that are looking to improve their skills. And so it isn't just limited to folks who are on unemployment.
What about the people who are laid off from casinos closing and so forth?
We have a rapid response program with our staff and other partners through the Job Connect system, who will immediately make contact with the employer, offer services, go on site to advise them about how to file for unemployment, as well as the whole array of other services. Job training. One of the priorities for the governor is incumbent worker training. And so we've developed, in conjunction with the local boards, Nevada Works up here, programs that can retool workers where technology is changing in their work environment.
I have to ask you this question, and as you're getting to the end of your term, I think you could probably answer this quite well, which is, we always hear people saying we've got to cut government, cut the money we're giving them, cut taxes. From your position, what are the needs of your department, and what should we be putting into this department? Has all the fat been cut, and are we now in the bone?
The fat was cut many years ago. And that's why we're challenged to work smarter. Our department is fortunate in terms of welfare, where I did work, which was very dependent on taxes and general funds. As I mentioned, about 95% of our funding comes directly from the federal government. Insofar as the needs, the most difficult area for us is infrastructure in the rural areas. You just don't have enough money to fund offices and staffing in terms of the population demands out there.
And there's a great need out
there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one for all state agencies.
Does it look as though, unemployment taxes, you've really held them down. They haven't gone up much at all.
Not
Do you
at all.
foresee them going up at all this coming fall? I think that's when it's done every fall, isn't it?
In October.
Yes.
Quick
I
answer,
think
please.
if the trust fund has, as you indicate, remained healthy. We have not had to increase unemployment tax rates for 5 years. And we certainly hope that with this surge in job growth and the economy improving, that hopefully we won't have to increase them in 2005.
Good
Okay,
news.
thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Thank
We'll be
you.
back
Good
on
to
Nevada
see you both.
Newsmakers after this.
For free?
Before you head to Carson, take care of yourself with a visit to Tamarack Junction. Catch a hot cup of coffee and the morning news on one of our 32 TVs and enjoy the best food in South Reno. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Your home is an expression of all things comforting and familiar. For custom storage, you can count on California Closets to provide quality, value, and design integrity. The process is easy, combining your personal style with our organizing expertise. We care about what matters most to you, making your home functional and beautiful. California Closets, simplifying home and life since 1978. Call today for your complimentary design consultation.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Make your daily commute easy with breakfast or lunch at the Tamarack Junction. Enjoy daily specials, super fast service, and South Reno's freshest morning meals. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Andy Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, just a couple of things quickly here. First of all, the interview earlier on with Bill Boyd, we taped it a week and a half ago, and he did not mention in there that it was imminent that they were about to purchase Coast Casinos, which now makes the Boyd Group the largest locals casino group in Las Vegas, larger than even station casinos, but of course SEC regulations would not have permitted him to make that announcement earlier. And also a big thank you to Jeff Deitch, who is my photographer and editor down in Las Vegas.
Did a fantastic job.
Yeah. And thank you very much, a lot of hard work. Okay, on to the pundit panel here. Larry Matheis joins us today with the State Medical Association, Jessica Sferrazza, who sits on the Reno City Council, and she'll be up for re-election in the coming elections, and Pat Coward, who is with Carrara, Nevada. Welcome to all of you. Okay, Larry, you're on the hot seat right off the bat. State Medical Board really got raked over the coals in a major series of articles in the Reno Gazette-Journal. Your thoughts?
Well, they've been the target of a lot of attention really since the start of the medical liability crisis. And as the legislature looked at all the pieces of the puzzle, one of the pieces they didn't particularly like the way it fit was the work of the Board of Medical Examiners. In fact, this session of the legislature, they adopted a whole new set of directions to them. So I think the stories in the that Frank Mullins did, the investigative report, puts names and some identities on things, but the basic story has been really talked about for the last couple of years. I think the board's going to be challenged now, both to respond to the audit. I must coming clean on this, the audit did mention that the Nevada State Medical Association has strained relations with the Board of Medical Examiners, and I think that's a fair way of putting it. It's like saying the United States has strained relations with Saddam Hussein.
Can we quickly explain the difference between the two for the public who may not be familiar?
Sure. The Nevada State Medical Association we're a private professional association of the physicians of the state. It's voluntary for them to join. A little over half are members, and here in Washoe County, more than half are members.
And the medical board's responsible.
The Board of Medical Examiners is responsible for licensing MDs, physician's assistants, and respiratory care therapists. There's another board that licenses DOs.
Okay, let's not get into that.
But there's been a wholesale set of changes being made with staff at the Board of Medical Examiners. There's new board members there.
Are you optimistic?
They've got these new directions.
That's the question.
I'm hopeful.
Okay.
Larry, do you think...
go ahead. Go ahead.
It was a contentious session for the board during the last legislature. Do you think it'll be an issue again this next session with...
Well, I think since the principal people who were focused on them was Randolph Townsend, who chairs the Legislative Commission, Senator Ann O'Connell, and Assembly Majority Leader Barbara Buckley, all who are on the Legislative Commission, which is doing the audits, which is looking at them. If they're not satisfied, I think it will be rough, and I think that probably will focus the mind of the board to try to respond.
And at their meeting yesterday, which I did monitor on my computer, by the way, they said we'll be revisiting this. They were not exactly, they said the response responses they got to the audit were, quote, as Ann said, what we expected, which everybody cracked up over. And so I have a feeling that, yes, you will be seeing more of this. Did it bother you, Jessica? Did it concern you that the citizens of Reno might not be getting the best medical care?
Absolutely, and I totally support Senator Townsend in this. Actually, I met with him because last year I had an experience with the board myself. I went to testify in favor of a doctor, and they came out and said, well, you can't testify unless you're going to speak in opposition, basically is what they told me. And I was very upset as a member of the public and on the kind of dealings we're having with the medical board.
Interesting.
Okay, I want to ask you, you shocked me at the Washington County Democratic meeting a few weeks ago when you told me how well you were getting along with Mayor Cashel and what a terrific guy he was. This is almost remarkable to be hearing this.
Well, I think all the council's getting along very well. I really respect Bob. I think he's a great leader. He spends a lot of time with us individually in the office. He's truly a hands-on mayor. He's there at 7 a.m. and probably doesn't get home till 9 p.m. at night. But he meets with us and finds out what the issues are in our ward, and I think that's great, and he really works well with the council.
And I want to throw a question at Pat Coward. We haven't seen Pat for a while. I'm glad to have him back, but I want to get a quick political analysis from you. We are seeing an excitement in the Democratic Party, a shift in this state, what appears to be a shift away from Bush towards the Democratic side. Do you think that will affect legislative races?
No. I think that what you're seeing today is not probably what you're going to see closer to the election. I don't think you've seen the Republicans or Bush really mount any kind of a campaign at this point. They've been very quiet, and I think it's going to be a very contentious race.
May I sum this up because we're out of time?
Okay.
$200 million just for the primary. That's what the president's gotten. They haven't spent it yet. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers.
It's America's largest historical district, and it's fun for the entire family. Virginia City is where the West comes alive every day, from train rides to gunslingers. Your gang can explore mines and interesting museums, visit historic saloons, and do some great shopping. Virginia City is the ultimate in family entertainment, and it's very affordable. Come up and stay overnight in our hotels, motels, and RV park. Virginia City, the Wild West at its best.
I tell you, John, this industry has really changed.
Tell me about it.
You seem to do pretty well last year. What's your secret?
No secrets. Although I'll tell you something. The smartest thing I did was sign up with Pro Group Management.
Really? Yeah, they do workers' comp, right?
Yeah, their services are great. And get this, they saved me 30%. I've heard they saved others 50%.
That works for me.
Pro Group Management. Finally, workers' comp that works for you.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch.
Atlantis!
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
If you care about education, you won't want to miss Monday's show.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching.